about kicking maximum butt when it comes to sports and establishing rivalries that last a lifetime. I'm pretty sure that's what it says. Like if you look it up, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So to make sure that we capitalize on what the University of Guam, the institution of higher learning over in Manila, is doing, we've been featuring them and their recruiting efforts. And obviously one of the ways that you can experience a proper collegiate experience is knowing about collegiate sports. So we have Dean of Enrollment, Dr. Lawrence Camacho. Good morning, Doc.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
All right, good to see you as always. We also have Joanne Sudo and Lorenzo Eduvala standing by with an amazing virtual background, I must say.
Afade.
Well, at UOG, we are the Tritons, and there is King Triton, so he's always watching over us over there. And what of course, since we're talking about sports and everything, Doug Palmer took over as, what was it, Doug, like 3 years ago, 4 seasons ago that you took over as a athletic director, and you really have done, an amazing job there.
Thank you very much, and it's actually been over 5 years.
It's now. 5 years, okay.
Started back in April of 2016.
All right. Well, clearly I was not a math major when I went to UOG, but but beg your pardon for that. So
time passes fast. You can't keep up with it.
So we were talking at the top of the show, and the athletic department at UOG. I mean, it's not just been there's been this this return to school spirit and everybody really proudly wearing the green and white as you guys are right now, and really instilling that spirit of let's build a championship mentality in all sports and everything like that. But I'm old enough to remember when I would go like to sports events as like a little kid, and UOG was like the dominant program in football, in volleyball, in baseball. So many different sports and everything like that. And these are guys who, men and women, I should say, who went on to, being some of the legends of Guam sports. And a lot of them honed their craft like at UOG. So how do you guys build on that legacy and, add to that history?
Let me, I'll turn it over to Doug and the advisors that we have there at the Triton Welcome Center in a short period. But I was gonna, Chris, to your point about the energy, right, and this reinvigoration of the athletics life here at the university is coming to fruition, and the realism of it is happening because we have great and wonderful people that are here to support our student athletes. And being a student athlete at any university is an important part of your collegiate journey. And for those student athletes, we need to have the support. But I just want to talk about the energy that's going on here at the university, primarily this coming Fanuchanan, also known as fall semester, that we are really highly anticipating, right? We have over 780 new students that have applied to the university, right? These are students that were not with us in the spring. They've applied, they want to come here. And, 400 plus of those are high school undergrads coming in, high school graduates that just, are coming into transition into college. We have transfer students, we have graduate students, and then we have returning students, about 90 of them that are returning after leaving UOG for a period of time. But that's just the thing, and so I encourage them to continue on and get with the Triton Welcome Center and our admissions office to complete the applications process and then eventually register for enrollment here in the fall. That leads to also the current students that we have. We're halfway there in registering the current students that we had back in the spring, so we need to encourage them to come back and register for the fall. This is very good because it really kind of also ties into what we're doing when it comes to the athletic side of the house, where we have even esports, right? Esports is a new program. We'll probably talk about it in another segment, maybe next week or so. But I'm really excited to talk about that because it's a growing program and we're partnering with the National Guard on that. Today we have job fairs that is hosted by the university. Again, all tying into, and then we're going to transition a good segue now to the athletic side of the house, because here at the university, besides the academic rigors that you're going to participate in and the quality of academics that you're going to be getting out of our wonderful university, is that student life that we're trying to kind of make sure is there for the wraparound and all that type of support for the students, but that life is important and engaging the students that way. And what better way to do it than through the athletics program, right, and recreation. And Doug has done a fantastic job, as you alluded to, and I'll have him just kind of talk about the many things that he's got going on when it comes to the university. Because I'm excited. I'm excited to be down there at Paseo Stadium pretty soon to start a baseball program again, and women's rugby, and I'll have him talk now about all those things.
Mm-hmm.
Hi. Well, going back to the question, Jason, is number one thing we're trying to do is actually showcase our history. We started the Athletic Hall of Fame 4 years ago, and now we've put in we've got 3 classes in. We got 2 classes waiting to get put in back in October, and we've got what we call the Wall of Fame in our lobby area, and we also just dedicated our Hall of Fame conference room. There's actually part museum that several of the Hall of Famers were able to put in items. We got John Borden in some jerseys and some things. Dave Nelson put in a couple of baseball gloves, some baseballs and things when he played baseball here. So we have several items in that room at that time to set the foundation of recognizing our history, and hopefully that carries over to the teams now that, hey, I can be part of this Hall of Fame one day, so I really want to have a good athletic career at UOG, try to win some championships and be very representative of the university when we go out there and play soccer or basketball or baseball or women's rugby that we're just adding for this next year. So we're trying to build on our history and educating our current athletes and future athletes to what you can be at the University of Guam, and you can be in this Hall of Fame, and basically, hopefully, hang around the university forever after that. So
and Doug, I'm sure.
Trying to do.
Yeah, Doug, given your deep expertise and in running collegiate athletic programs, I'm sure you would agree that although a lot of people think it's about the intercollegiate experience and the competition and the life lessons you learn from that, especially like at a place like UOG where everybody knows everybody else. There's also opportunities you can learn from intramural competition and, just like, pickup games in the gym, and, you go to the tennis court and, you can actually wind up playing against players that are really, really good, guys that just want, like a spirited rally, or you want to work out, and even take a PE class and you'll learn so much about the sports and about kinesiology and about taking care of your body and everything like that. So while the intercollegiate stuff always is, the ultimate goal, and that's what most people associate it with. I mean, there's so much to learn about athletics at UOG. And when I was there from 92 to 96. And, on any given day, we would just walk into the gym, my friends and I, because we wanted, get a couple games in before our next class. And we'd be like, oh man, there's Jesse Perez, there's Danny Cepeda, there's Chris Shepard, they just came by for, a shoot around. These guys are legends in our community. And, they just went there because, there was an open court. And you get that kind of experience, and you can network with people like that, and it makes you a better athlete, just having access to those resources. And I think that also is part of the athletic collegiate experience as well.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why we do try. I mean, we have club teams that play in some of our athletic leagues. We do the intramurals. The most competitive thing we may have on the campus is the President's Cup event that comes along with the Charter Day celebrations. We drew blood like 3 different times when we had the soccer going with the big bubbles on your body and pounding in each other. That's how competitive it can be in the President's Cup. So, and we're always about learning teamwork, leadership, capabilities, and those things. That's kind of why our ROTC programs do so well in the President's Cup events, because they have very good leadership among the ROTC leaders there. So you can get a lot of athletic experience from a lot of different ways here at UOG, and we try to push all parts of our program. It just happens to be athletics tends to get the most noted because they're in the paper all the time, but we are trying to develop all the other parts of the program as well. The Triton Fitness Center is something that you can learn your lifelong commitment to fitness and exercise. So we have a lot of different things that you can do those things with.
Yeah, there were pickup games that I was fortunate enough to play, and just passing by the gym and everything like that would rival like some major tournaments held on the island. I mean, the caliber is that good, and people continue to go back to their alma mater. They just want to show up and get a workout, and you wind up having like a really, really good game. Okay, so let's talk about people making the decision to go to college and everything like that. I mean, it's a big step enough as it is. And let's bring in Joanne and Lorenzo for this question. So for people that say, that's something I want to do, I want to enrich my life through education, but I also want the full experience. I happen to be a rather gifted athlete. I did pretty well in high school. I won, I was named to the All-Island team, or I've always been told, I'm a pretty good athlete. I'm an excellent teammate and everything like that. Guys, what type of opportunities can they use those skills for if they want to have a chance at succeeding in college?
Okay, first and foremost, it was just like perfect timing. We've been getting an influx of a lot of emails from students that are our all-star teams. Everyone wants to come on campus. So they're reaching out to us, and we are a very strong team here at the university with the Triton Athletic Director, with Doug, very supportive. People looking for scholarships, and they're very proactive because not only are they applying, they're trying to get the holistic college experience, and that's where we set them up and link them over to the Triton Athletic Center so that we can create these teams and expand the sports offerings that we currently have. So we just do our best to get them indoors, give them the resources, give them the tools so that they can work their way around the college system and just understand it's not all academics. We are here because they're young adults. They want to do everything that they've aspired to do, and we don't want to steal them from that dream. So the Triton Athletic Center, the Triton Welcome Center, we even have our Advisement Center. We're here to help them from start to finish, let them enjoy their college experience, and just make them feel the normalcy of us getting back into gear August and getting that whole rounded feel from the university.
And to add on to that, to what Ms. Studo was saying, is that we are transitioning ourselves back into face-to-face. So we're accommodating all students, current students, prospective students. They can meet with us face-to-face. We also do virtual live Zoom sessions where the time frame for that is Monday to Friday from 8 to 5 o'clock. So we're here, open door. Students come in, we help them with the admissions application, financial aid, going to advisement, and registration.
Mm-hmm. And I do want to debunk one myth, guys. I would be remiss as an alumni if I didn't help out with this. And I don't know who years and years ago started the rumor that they say if you major in physical education, that's a kickback major. I don't know who started that, but whoever did that was a damn liar, because I've known like statistics majors and computer science majors and guys that taken physics classes. They see the size of the book to take for like kinesiology and anatomy and physiology, and they're like, dude, I'm glad I don't have that class. PE majors are really, really good students, and those classes are tough.
Yes, even our School of Nursing is a very stringent program to even get into. So we have our nutrition, what else do we have?
Pre-physical therapy.
Pre-physical therapy. It's intense. So it is definitely not a kickback course.
Now,
Doug, if it's a science, then it's a science for a reason, right?
Exactly. Very well put, Dean. Doug, I want to come back to you for this next one, because I remember you shared with me now 5 years ago, your vision for UOG athletics and growing the program, increasing the competitive caliber, and giving the student athletes like a chance to compete at different levels and see different things. There's the intramurals, of course. There's intercollegiates, and there's club competition and everything like that. But where are you right now with your plan?
Well, I don't want to show. Bring it on. We're having tryouts the first week of August in all 6 of the sports that we're planning on competing in the academic year of 2021-22. So the 6 sports is men's soccer, women's rugby, women's basketball, women's soccer, men's baseball or baseball, men's basketball. So we're planning on having those 6 sports next upcoming year. We're growing from 4 sports to 6 sports, and hopefully we will add a 7th and 8th sport, hopefully a couple of years down the line. So we're trying to open more opportunities for students at the University of Guam to get to play in sports that they want to play in. It's one of the reasons we added women's rugby, because it's a hot sport on the island that has a lot of interest. So we're going to try the women's rugby, but We have tryouts the first week of August. If you want to find out more information, go look on our Triton Athletics Facebook page. You can get this flyer there and find out more information. You can go from there to even more information about the tryouts. Biggest thing about tryouts in this day and age, you're going to have a negative COVID test before you can try out. But otherwise, we're going to hopefully have these 6 sports for this next academic year. We're hopefully going to add like beach volleyball in the near future. And then we'll hopefully try to find out a couple other sports as we move on. We had 4 sports for basically 5 years. Now we wanted to grow ourselves a little bit. And since we had the year off, we figured this was a good time to try to grow as we open back up now for hopefully another 10, 15, 20 years without any interruption, and get bigger and stronger, help our enrollment, and help give students more opportunities to play varsity sports that a lot of kids don't have the opportunity to do once they get out of high school. We want to bring that to the university so we can continue their athletic careers for at least another 4 or 5 years. We have 5 years of eligibility. We even let people going for their master's degree play, and they can usually get at least 2 years out of their master's degree to play. So we're here to spread athletics and help with teamwork and leadership and all the things that athletics is supposed to bring. And we think we've been doing a pretty good job. We don't always win more than we lose, but we're very competitive, and sometimes we do win a lot more than we lose. So each semester is a different sport or a different team almost, and it's so interesting. It's why I love my job, and I'm love to get back doing my real job. Had a year off of athletics, but we're ready to get back at it full time starting in September, hopefully.
Well, I know you do love your job, obviously, Doug, and as evidenced by the shirt you're wearing on your back, by the color of your office and everything. I know you bleed UOG green.
Absolutely.
All right, well, fantastic job. So, Dr. Camacho, we started with you. I want to end with you in this, and the nature of sports is changing, and you were talking a little bit about the new esports program, and that is another venue for talented young people, or as Doug just said, maybe people that are getting up in age. But if you have a passion for gaming, if you're good at it, and if you do want to pursue that because it is your gift and everything like that, that can be a venue for you to experience college. So can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure. What good universities do, right, is they research and try to understand the generation and the type of students that come in, right? Are basically our customers, and the students that we cater to are the Z generation, and they're technically, savvy with the devices, right? And so we have to meet them there. It's the reason why we're transforming our Triton Welcome Center to a place where you could also do a lot of those things virtually, but at the same time, the in-person is still very important, and that's why we're keeping the traditional athletic side of the house, and in fact, getting it more momentum, but also at the same time, leery about the type of students that we have coming in and the popularity of this thing called esports, which is, tremendous. We've already been competing with, teams from other universities, and believe it or not, I think we beat, as a matter of fact, I think UCLA, if I'm not mistaken, just through a scrimmage on an esports game. And so that's great, and that's wonderful for our students. But back to the traditional sports, the one good example about why we're trying to do this, right? And Doug mentioned how it also helps with our enrollment here at the university. But good universities, again, understand the population, and they try to cater to that. A student from James Madison has decided, and he's from Guam, decided to come back to Guam. They played baseball for James Madison, reaching out to us, found out about our new baseball program that we're trying to bring up this year, and we're happy and excited for that individual, and we're happy to meet the other players as well on campus that are current students or the ones that are coming in from the high school. So Joanne, Lorenzo, Doug, the coach for baseball, are out there talking to the baseball players after their games and after their practices to encourage them to come to the university, because it's important for them to understand. We're going to help them get into the university. We're going to help them with their academics, and we're going to help them continue on with the leadership experience that they're going to have and that team building type concept that they love to do, along with the talents that they bring to our team. So we're excited about all that.
All right.
Lastly, I just want to tell the audience that, and it's been reported that we have had our largest graduating class, right, of 380 in one semester, this last spring semester. So we're excited about where the things are, where the university is headed to when it comes to completing the students' journey here at the university. And so we go back to where it begins, and I'll end it by saying that Joanna Lorenzo are putting together a great new student orientation that we're excited about that's coming up at the end of this month. Over.
All right, guys. Well, go Tritons. Can't wait to see. Can't wait to see everybody back in full competition. You know, our island's still getting better. We're doing what we have to do slowly and everything like that. But once UOG rocks those colors and we get back on the court, back on the field, in any competitive, we jump on PlayStation and compete in esports and everything like that. I know UOG is going to be represented well. So as an alumni, I'm very, very proud to be from there. So thank you, guys.
Thank you.
All right, good things coming out of Manila. Please stay tuned, everybody. When we come back, we are going to talk to the Guam Hogs about the annual Christmas in July ride. That is coming up right after this on The Link.
I decided to get vaccinated because just thinking about all the lives lost from COVID and everyone on island that contracted the illness, I realized that I need to do my part, not just to protect myself, but our community. And I also realized we're still not out of the woods with variants that are out there. I want to be safe, and I want to keep my family safe. I'm Tyler Matinani, and I'm a proud member of the vaccination.
Join the